Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video we are going to check out the new super evolution for V2 Akainu and see how much the unit has improved and of course judge at the end if it is a good super evolution or not. First things first, we have to talk about how to acquire the skulls to super evolve V2 Akainu if you already have him, and you do that by the upcoming Kizuna. Kizuna will be live after the treasure map ends and the Kizuna Sugo Fest arrives, and it will actually feature a free-to-play Roger unit. I will fully cover that Kizuna and provide many teams for it, so definitely subscribe to the channel to not miss out on that. Let's jump into the official One Piece Treasure Cruise Discord. Link to join will be in the description because all of the information is provided there, so shout out to Cario for providing it. On the left you can see the current 6-star version of his captain ability, but now he reduces the cooldown of all specials by 1 turn, something that did not exist, so always a plus. He boosts the attack of strength and int characters by 4.5 times, a great and very significant increase in his attack boost, from 3.25 times to 4.5, in my opinion one of his biggest drawbacks as a captain, because yes, when he came out he was incredibly unique, especially with the end of turn damage, but nowadays he does not have a super typing, he's not a super class unit, not a super Sugo unit, no final tap or super tandem, so of course he is going to feel outdated with an attack boost of 3.25 times. He keeps making strength and int slots beneficial for strength and int characters, and then depending on the number of perfects you hit this turn, he can deal up to 600 times his attack in typeless damage to one enemy. So we go from 500 times to 600 times. In my opinion, that's not anything significant, simply because, based on my team building experience at least, we see V2 Akainu used in teams where the enemy boss has resilience, which of course means that the damage from V2 Akainu's captain ability will get rid of the boss, which will remain with only 1 HP. So 600 times, 500 times, doesn't really matter. Keep in mind that his end of turn damage does not go through now, so if the mini boss in stage number 4 or even the main boss have now, then V2 Akainu's end of turn damage does not provide anything. Again though, even with now present, Akainu can still bypass resilience and help you finish off the enemy. Increasing from 500 to 600 times his attack though can definitely help you in the early stages of a quest if you want to proceed faster. Now that is the basic captain ability, but he will also gain level limit break with his super evolution, so let's go through that. Again he reduces the cooldowns, he boosts the attack by 4.75 times, so even better, and he now can boost HP by 1.3 times, so the level limit break also gives you a very helpful HP boost. He can now boost the chances of getting strength and int slots, which is awesome because he can also make them beneficial of course, and then the rest of the captain ability stays the same. So the level limit break gives him a significant boost over the normal super evolution captain ability. If you also decide to give him limit break plus, which in my opinion is very expensive so not really worth it, he then can boost your attack for 5 times instead and give you an end of turn damage of 800 times his attack. Good changes because they increase his stats, but again, with the amount of limit break materials you will need to LB plus him, I don't personally think it is worth it. The level limit break improvements though are awesome, so definitely if you get a dupe of Akainu, feed it to your original copy to get his level limit break as high as you can. Let's also check out his special, another very important part of a unit's identity. He now can deal 200 times character's attack in typeless damage to one enemy, ignoring enemy's defensive effects and base defense, which is something okay I guess, but nothing crazy, even though it is new for the super evolution. He can reduce all enemies' increased defense and % damage reduction by 2 turns, so a little bit of utility just like V2 Aokiji, definitely welcome, because we get a unit that doesn't really have much utility, especially on enemy debuffs or team debuffs, and we see him now be able to remove something, so it is always a plus, even though he will most likely never be used just for his utility, obviously because 2 turns of removing a defensive effect are not a lot of turns, but you never know, especially in Kizuna now, with mechanics being added after level 30, you might find yourself needing these 1 or 2 turns of removing damage reduction or defense up to help you clear, so always a nice thing to see. He can also change all orbs, including block orbs, into matching, and that is something that I love they changed. If you see his special on the left for the 6-star version, he can still change all slots including block, but he makes them strength or int. But he does not make with the sailor ability strength or int slots matching for strength and int characters respectively. Now though, as a sailor, he will just be able to give matching slots to everyone, no matter the color. If he is captain, yes, strength and int slots would be beneficial anyway with his special, but now you can just make them beneficial for everyone, which I prefer times 100. For 1 turn, he also boosts the orbs of strength and int characters by 2.25 times, a very good orb boost especially for the time this unit was released, and it stays the same, but I have no problem with it. And finally, if 20 or more strength or int orbs were used prior to launching this special, then Akainu can reduce his own special cooldown by 12 turns. Yes, these are a lot of turns, and by changing stages after that and also getting a preemptive, you will have your special back, but of course the requirement of consuming 20 or more strength or int slots is not the easiest thing. The fact that if he is captain though, he can boost their appearance rate if you have his level limit break is a plus, but again that part of his special won't be the thing that he will be widely used for. Again, we see that if we manage to get his level limit break increased, then we get some boosts in his special. The damage stays the same, the utility on both the defense up and the damage reduction shield is increased to 3 turns instead of 2, which is great. The slot manipulation and the orb boost stay the same, but then you do not need 20 or more orbs, you need 16 or more slots to reduce his cooldown. And finally, if your crew already has an orb boost, then he can give you an attack boost for 2.25 times. I adore this change simply because if you have another unit that gives you an orb boost and the utility the other unit provides is way too good to pass up, so you get the orb boost anyway, you do not have 2 units that clash and give you an orb boost. Now Akainu, if activated second, can be the one that provides an attack boost. The Super Evolution provides changes for the Pirate Rumble abilities of V2 Akainu as well, and if you have him level limit broken, the changes go even further, so here you can check his Pirate Rumble abilities. All in all, is 6 plus V2 Akainu a good Super Evolution? I think it is. I think it does provide some very good stuff for Akainu. His Captain ability attack boost increase is very good. Then all of the utility added in his special, definitely decent. And the fact that now level limit break is a thing makes him even better the more copies of him you get. V2 Akainu won't all of a sudden become the best legend in the game, and that counts for the majority of the Super Evolutions, we all know that, but he becomes more synchronized now with the state of the game, and I do like that for V2 Akainu because it is a unit I am a big fan of. Back in the day when I had him and V2 Shanks, I could pretty much clear every single piece of content in the game and they were an amazingly helpful duo. So I really hope V2 Shanks can get a Super Evolution sooner rather than later. As we always do in these Super Evolution videos though, you can vote on if you think V2 Akainu 6 Plus is a good Super Evolution or if it isn't. Visit the voting poll, you can find the link in the description and in the pinned comment to tell me your opinion so we can keep track of how good the Super Evolutions will be this year. If you enjoy my One Piece Treasure Cruise content and discussions, definitely consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.